Hello, word enthusiasts. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Hello Word. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me as we explore the fascinating world of English vocabulary. Today, our word of the day is check. It's an A1 level verb that means to examine or verify something. So, what does it mean to check something? Well, it essentially means to look at something carefully to make sure it's correct, safe, or in good condition. You might check your email for new messages, check the weather forecast before going outside, or check your answers on a test. It's a word we use all the time in everyday situations. Let's dive deeper into understanding this common word by exploring some synonyms. A good synonym for check is verify. For example, you could say, "Please verify the information before submitting the form." Another synonym is inspect. For example, the mechanic will inspect the car to identify any problems. We can also use the word examine as a synonym for check. For example, the doctor will examine your throat. Another useful synonym is confirm. For instance, please confirm your flight details online. Finally, we can use investigate in certain contexts like the police will investigate the crime scene. Now, let's explore some antonyms to get a clearer picture of what check is not. An antonym for check is ignore. For example, instead of checking your work, you might ignore it, which would likely lead to mistakes. Another antonym is neglect. For instance, you could neglect to check your tire pressure, which could be dangerous. We can also use overlook as an antonym. For example, he overlooked the error in the report. Another antonym is disregard. For instance, she disregarded the warning signs and continued driving. Finally, we can use skip as an antonym in informal situations. For example, I decided to skip checking my emails today. Let's think about how we use check in everyday life. You might say, "I need to check my bank balance." Or, "Did you check if you locked the door?" A common expression is double check, which means to check something again to be absolutely sure. For instance, double check the oven is off before you leave. Another common phrase is check it out, which means to look at something interesting or new. For example, check out this new song. Here are some more example sentences using our word of the day. Check the expiration date on the milk. Can you check the spelling of this word? I need to check in for my flight. The teacher will check our homework. He wants to check out the new restaurant downtown. Phrases like check up on are also common, meaning to see how someone is doing. I'm going to check up on my grandmother later today. We also use check in the context of games. That's checkmate. Let's recap. Today we learned that check, an A1 level verb, means to examine or verify something. We explored synonyms like verify, inspect, and examine, and antonyms like ignore, neglect, and overlook. We also looked at how check is used in everyday conversations and common expressions. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Hello Word. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Remember to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. It really helps others find the show. Now, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word check and share it as a comment under the video. I can't wait to read them. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of words.